Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to another English lesson class. Today we will be looking at practice in the use of tenses. Practice in the use of tenses. If you recall, in an earlier lesson that we had, we talked about the use of modal auxiliaries, and then we also looked at the connection between tenses and modal auxiliaries. Okay, how tenses function, or modal auxiliaries rather, function with tenses to express the timings of event occurrences or event happenings. Okay, so today we're going to practice the use of tenses. And remember, in that lesson, we described what tenses actually are in English, and then we talked about the three main tenses in English. Okay, just to refresh our memories, we would like to, remind us of what tenses mean in English. In English language, tenses refer to those special words that are used to express the time that events occur. There are special words used in English to help show the timing of events or the times that events happen. Okay, so the three main tenses that we have in English are present tense. Present tense talks about things happening right now. Things happening now. While past tense talks about things that happened. Okay? Past tense talks about things that happened in the past. And future tense talks about things that are yet to happen. Things that will happen in the future. Okay? So, sorry, this is really looking bent and awkward. Let's try and make it look a bit presentable. All right, so future tense, things that are yet to happen. Okay, so these are the three main tenses in English language. The present tense, it talks about things that are happening now. When we go deeper into present tense, we find out about the one we call simple tense, simple present tense. That one talks about things that happen as a habit. Okay, they happen continually, they happen as a habit, they have a form, they occur, they still happen, but they have happened as a habit. Whereas there is the other present tense that we will focus more on today, which talks about something that is going on right now. And in that case of the one that is going on right now, we use ing most of the time to complete the verb, the action word. We use ing, like I am eating. It means that the eating is going on right now. Okay, I am eating. But for instance, if I say I eat, that also falls under the category of present tense, but it's called simple present. And in that case, I eat does not mean that I am eating right now at that particular point in time. I eat means it is something that I do. It is something that I do. I eat. Or if I say I go to school every day, I go to school every day. It is something I do. It's a habit. It's a routine. I do it every day. Okay, but if I say I am going to school, I am going to school, it means at that present time, I am going to school. Okay, so when we talk of present tense, you have the one that talks of something as a habitual thing, is still ongoing, and you have the one that talks about an event that is currently going on. Now, the next one is past tense. Okay, we've seen present tense. Now we look at past tense. When you talk of past tense, it refers to things that have happened already. Things that happened in the past or already. Things that happened in the past or that happened already. For instance, yesterday you went to school. So if you're going to say it, you say, yesterday I went to school. Right now, I am going to school. Yesterday, I went to school. Okay? Now, for future tense, it refers to things that are yet to happen. Things that haven't happened, but are going to happen in the future. Future tense refers to things that are yet to happen, things that are going to happen in the future. So, like, I am going to school right now. Yesterday, I went to school. That's past tense. For future tense, it will be tomorrow, I will go to school. Because it hasn't happened yet. It's something that will take place in the future. The present tense will be, I'm going to school right now. Or the habitual one I told you of, which is, I go to school every day. The past tense is, yesterday I went to school, or last week I went to school. Okay? And then the future tense will be, tomorrow I will go to school. We're going to look at all these examples in details, okay? But I just wrote all these things down to help you. This is going to act like a framework that will help you to build on and gain a deeper understanding of this concept. So present tense refers to things that are happening right now. Past tense refers to things that happened in the past or things that have happened already, and you use past tense to express those things. And then the future tense refers to things that are yet to happen. Okay, now when we talk of present tense, past tense, and all of that, they are actually verb words or action words. Okay, they could be auxiliary or helping verbs, but all these tenses we are talking about are actually carried in verbs. Verbs actually carry the power of tenses, and they help us to know when an action is going on currently, when an action is habitual, when an action is in the past, or when an action is in the future. So we are going to break down all these things and see how they function. Okay, so let's look at the first one here, which is the present tense. Remember, I said that in present tense we have the simple present and we also have the present continuous. So the simple present, remember I mentioned, is the one that is that talks about habitual happenings. Something that happens like a habit or as a routine, or something that goes on, it still happens. For instance, if you say I eat every day, it's something you do. It's like a routine. It's something that happens. It constantly happens. It's a routine or it's a pattern. Okay, I eat every day. It's what you do. You ate yesterday, you eat today, tomorrow you will eat, just like that. And then the next example here says, it rains in August. That means in the month of August, it rains. In the August 2020, it rained. August 2021, it rained. August 2022, it rained. August 2023, it rained. August 2024, it will rain. August 2025, it will rain. It's like a routine, a pattern, something that happens and continues to happen. So this one is simple present, okay, and it's under present tense. Another example could be every day I go to school. Okay, my friend laughs a lot. That means that friend has the habit of laughing a lot. You know, my friend laughs a lot. There are different examples. Okay, that's for simple present. Now for present continuous, this one refers to an action that is going on currently, something that is happening right now. For example, I am eating. That means as I am talking now, I am eating. It's not a pattern, it's not a habit, it's not a routine. It is something I am doing right now. I am eating. Okay? Sorry, we have a wrong... So another example that we can have here is, it is raining. It is raining. The girl is singing. You know, there are different examples. The girl is singing. There are a lot of examples, but what are we trying to bring out here? That in simple present, it talks more about habits, something that happens habitually. It still goes on, it still happens. While present continuous refers to an action that is going on at the moment, is currently happening. I am eating. It is raining. That means it's raining right now. The girl is singing. That means as I'm talking, the girl is singing. But if it is in present, if it's in simple present tense, the girl is singing will be the girl sings. That means it is something she does. It's a habit. She sings. The girl sings. It is raining will be something like it rains. Okay? I eat. That I am eating will be something like I eat. So this is simple present. That means it shows habit and continuous happening, something that keeps happening as a routine or a habit. I hope this is clear. Okay, so the next one we're going to look at is past tense. We're going to look at past. So the next one we're going to look at is past tense. Past tense. When we talk of past tense, it refers to the tenses in English, the verb words in English that point to when actions happened, when something happened. Okay, and the past tense refers to something that happened in the past or something that has already happened. Now, in talking about past tense, we have simple past tense and we have the past participle. Okay, but for our level, for the sake of this lesson, we are going to stick with the simple past tense. Okay, just the simple one. We're going to stick with that. Maybe as we go higher in our next class, probably we can look more into, or even this year, probably by second or third term, we could look at past participle and how it's used to express something that has already happened. Okay, so let's look at the past tense that we are going to focus on in this study. Yesterday I ate. This is strictly talking about something that has already happened. Yesterday I ate. Ate is the past tense of eat. Eat is the present tense and ate is the past tense. And because it has already happened, you cannot say yesterday I eat. It is very wrong. You say yesterday I ate. Okay? I think if we have the time, we'll quickly look at some irregular verbs. We have some verbs that change easily, like you add ed and stuff like that for them to form past tense, but there are others that completely change their form when they are moving from present tense to past tense. Ate is one of them. We call such irregular verbs. Yesterday I ate. Last week it rained. It rained. The present tense form of rained is rain. It may rain. It will rain. It rains. okay? But the past tense is rained. You add an ed. The baby cried last night. Baby cried last night. And here again, you see ed added. The y here changed to I, and the ed is added to change it to the past tense form. The baby cried last night. If it is present continuous, it will be the baby is crying. If it is the simple present, it will be the baby cries. Well, let me just say it at this point that for our level, I think we should stick with the simple, the present continuous, like the baby is crying, and then the past tense will say the baby cried. The future tense will be the baby will cry. Okay, let's try and stick with those at this point. Maybe in our subsequent lessons, second or third term, we'll try to look at the other aspects of this past tense and the present tense. Okay, for now, let's not overwhelm you. Let's try to keep it simple. Okay, so we just look at the simple past tense. Yesterday, I ate. Last week, it rained. The baby cried last night. He bought some food last week. Bought, that is the past tense of buy. To buy something. The past tense of it is bought. He bought some food last week. And lastly, she did her homework early. Did is the past tense of do. Did is the past tense of do. She did her homework early. He bought some food last week. The baby cried last night. Last week it rained. Yesterday I ate. Now these are some examples of ways that you use past tense, okay, in English language. So the last part that we're going to look at is the future tense. We're going to look at the future. So lastly, we're going to look at some examples of future tense. Remember, we said that future tense are those tenses of verb words in English that help to tell us about events that are yet to happen, events that will happen in the future, things that will happen in the future, about things that haven't happened yet, okay, but they're going to happen in the future. So some examples are, it will rain tomorrow. It hasn't rained yet, but it is going to rain tomorrow. Okay, it is going to rain. Maybe we should even write that. The weather is going to be fine tomorrow. You can also say the weather will be fine. I don't think this part is going to show. Okay, we can write that some other time. Let's leave this one now. Okay, so it will rain tomorrow, or the weather will be bad tomorrow, or the weather is going to be good tomorrow. Okay, those are just ways of expressing things in the future. I will go to the park next week. I will go to the park next week. I haven't gone to the park yet. It's not next week yet. So I will go to the park next week. So you find the will here functioning. Even shall also functions as a word that helps to tell about the future. We shall fulfill our promise. Is a promise being made here that we are going to fulfill our promise. I shall return to help you. I shall return to help you. This is also talking about the future, talking about a plan to return and help out. And the last one here says, everything will be fine. Again, we see will showing up here, indicating something that is going to happen in the future. So, like I mentioned earlier, you can use words like it is going to rain tomorrow. It will still be conveying the same idea. It is going to rain tomorrow. I will be going to the park next week, or I will go to the park next week. We shall fulfill our promise. We are going to fulfill our promise. It's still saying the same thing. Okay? I shall return to help you. I will return to help you. Okay, I'm going to return to help you. So these are all conveying ideas of things that haven't yet happened but are going to happen in the future. Okay, so these are some words. Okay, maybe we just quickly try and take a look at a few words, a few verbs, okay, in the present form, the past tense form, and in the future form. All right, so let's quickly look at this last aspect before we call it a day. So we have present tense, past tense, and future tense. These are verb words or tenses that help you to put an action in a certain time frame, whether it's in the past, in the present, or in the future. Now for present tense, you can see I wrote two words here, right? Come and coming. Remember I talked about simple present and present continuous. I told you if it's a habit thing, like I come to school every day. It happens every time. It's a habit, it's a routine. So you use come, it's present tense as well. I come to school every day. But if it's something I'm doing right now, if it's an event that is going on right now, we say I am coming. I'm coming to school now. I come to school every day. I am coming to school right now. Yesterday, I came to school. Tomorrow, I will come to school. So you see the present, the past tense, and the future. I sit. I sit on the chair. I sit on the chair in school. Every day, I sit on the chair. I am sitting on the chair right now. Every day I sit on the chair. I am sitting on the chair right now. Yesterday I sat on the chair. Tomorrow I will sit on the chair. I hope you're following. I do my homework every time. I do my homework every time. Do. I am doing my homework now. I am doing my homework now. Yesterday I did my homework. Yesterday I did my homework. Tomorrow I will do my homework. Okay? I hope you're following this present, past, and future. Now for the next one, sing. I sing a lot. I am singing. Yesterday I sang. Tomorrow I will sing. Run. My brother runs fast. My brother is running. Both are present. Yesterday my brother ran. Tomorrow my brother will run. And the last example says, my teacher writes. My teacher is writing. Okay, both are present tense, but indicative of different time frames. My teacher writes. My teacher is writing right now. Yesterday, my teacher wrote. Tomorrow, my teacher will write. Okay, these are just a few of the examples, a few of the numerous examples that we have of verbs or words or tenses that help us to place action in different time frames. Okay, so these are just something that will help to guide you. There are a lot of other words you can play with, you can use, to consolidate this learning to help you gain a deeper understanding of this concept of the use of tenses. Okay, so please try to use this word and use other verbs. Following this pattern, try to bring in other words and use them for the present tense, the past tense, and the future tense, and see how they turn out. Okay, so please, like I always encourage you, this is not a one-time thing. Try to revisit this video, watch it over and over again until you gain a very good and solid understanding of this concept. Okay, so I hope to see you again next week, and like I always say, please help us to share this video, help us to like this video, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, we beg you to do so. Okay, so I'll see you again next week. You stay blessed and stay safe.